everybody? It's Dr. Rick dropping in on you. It is Wealth Building Wednesday. Look, I'm going to start off a little bit unorthodox. I'm going to share a couple of bars from one of my favorite rap artists of today out of New Orleans. His name is D1. He's really on a positive tip. He's really pushing positivity. And I want to just share this with you. Then I'm going to go off into Wealth Building Wednesday. But it says, people don't want that real. They just say they do. People don't want that real. I'm one of them too. I'm so easily entertained by ratchet activity. Violent, negative imagery always seem to interest me. I tell myself no more music glorifying evil, selling drugs, womanizing, killing our people. Then I hear a song with a tight beat and I can't deny it. The hook is catchy, so I subconsciously memorize it. Next thing you know, I'm reciting all the lyrics, and my day don't feel complete unless I hear it. Inviting darkness in my spirit. This can't be light. I'm craving what I'm supposed to be fighting. This can't be right. I must be blind to the effects. This can't be sight. Death is in the power of the tongue. This can't be light. Be careful of the things you get involved with because you can't support the cause, then hate the effects that it causes. Man, and this is something I've been teaching on so many different levels, and it goes so much more and so much further beyond musical lyrics. But low vibrational music has an unbelievable capacity to move, especially in a rhythmic people who are by nature more in line with the rhythm and movement of the energy and spirit, energy and movement of the world around us on so many different levels. I'm not going to get into that right now, but propaganda is constantly being pushed. We are constantly being bombarded with the things that have no value, constantly being bombarded with the things that's incite sensational, incites excitement, but has very little in the way of intrinsic value. We are constantly being bombarded with the things that bring low vibration, low expectation, low standard, that causes us to see and view ourselves in a way that does not demand that we act and behave in a higher standard, that we fight for something better for ourselves. So yeah, this is a little bit more than you were maybe expecting for Wealth Building Wisdom. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the thing that we should be seeking, the things that we should be pursuing and chasing. We're not. We're easily disrupted, easily misled, easily distracted, and taken into places that create enjoyment or trigger our pleasure center, give us dopamine rushes, but don't give anything that we can stand on and build the foundation for our fulfillment for the future. That has to change. So I just had to share that. So again, I mean, think about what the lyrics say. The lyrics are powerful. So definitely go back and listen to that. And if you like what you're hearing on any of these broadcasts, click the like button. If you want to help other people enjoy it and learn from it, click the share button. If this is a place where you subscribe and you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Now, before I get started, I'm going to share something with you. Today and today only. I have been preaching. I have been preaching. I have been preaching. I have been preaching. I've been talking about the importance of multiple streams of income. And I've been talking about the easiest way to create multiple streams of income is by leveraging the internet, leveraging social media, using these platforms to create pathways for you to generate revenue, for you to promote products, sell your own products, promote services, create your own brand, and do so much more so that you have multiple streams of income. If you're not hedging your primary source of income with at least two other streams of income, you're setting yourself up for financial catastrophe, especially with a shifting global financial market, shifting global job market. Everything is shifting. If you're not preparing yourself to hedge yourself so that you can withstand the shift, you're going to be shocked. The job market is not going to look the way it's looked over the past 30, 40 years, over the next 4 or 5, not even close. You can change and you can protect yourself against that. But here's the thing. I've been telling you about the 7-day online business launch course for 2 years since I created it for you. It is my blueprint. I've used it for 13 plus years to create multiple streams of income back and forth across multiple industries on this here internet. And I've done it successfully over and over and over again. And I'm showing you the blueprint, teaching you how to do it, giving you all that. But I'm giving you all of that today for $97. It's a $607 course. I'm giving it to you for $97 today only. At 11:59 tonight, it's shutting down. I want people to win. This is the reason I'm doing it. No other reason but to get people to win. And so I'm going to challenge you, but you need to learn how to act when opportunities present themselves. One of the things that people do is they think opportunities are eternal. No, opportunities have expiration dates. So many people are missing their point because they're waiting and they're procrastinating. When this happens, when the kids go to school, when I get this, when I do that, and everything is passing you by, and then you're thinking that you can literally put an opportunity on the shelf and that some kind of way it's going to be waiting on you when you decide to take advantage of it. And then you're wondering why people are passing you by. Those are the people who are seizing moments. Those are the people who are seizing opportunities. Those are the people who are sitting up and saying, you know what, I'm going to jump on this while I can, and taking advantage of it. Everything doesn't move the way you want it to, but you're going to have to get in the game. You're going to have to be willing to risk, because the only way to gain is to risk. There's no safe place to really truly advance yourself. Now, you can systematically crawl your way through something, but are you crawling at the rate that your challenges are growing? In other words, if we talk about inflation, or the way that you are incrementally increasing your income, catching up with inflation, or are you still trailing it? That's what normally happens when you only have a job and you're getting your annual increase. It's not keeping up with the cost of living, much less everything else you want to do in your life. You got to have more than just that as a plan. So I'm giving you that. I'm also giving you $3,200 worth of bonuses to go along with it, including a follow-up session with me, a free enrollment and registration into the Mind Unleashed course, also a 6-month success and growth plan, personalized specifically for your needs and situations. So your success plan is your success plan. It's $97 today. After that, it goes back to its regular price of $600 tomorrow. And I don't know when I'm gonna do a break on it. I don't think I'm ever going to bring it down to $97 again. I'm not gonna say that I won't, but I don't think that I am. But this is an opportunity right now. It's $97 right now. Gambling on when it might be that place again or what's going to happen, I'm gonna leave that up to you. But this is where you can get on right now for $97. Look, let's talk about this part of it, because I'm just drawing it all in together, because all of this is about a part of wealth building. Understanding what information is being pushed upon you to keep you ignorant, what information is being pushed upon you to distract you, what information is being pushed upon you and sold to you as the panacea for your problems, but it has never produced any real true results. Think about it. Think about the things that are pushed over and over again, and you can look back down the generations and see that your grandparents, your parents, you, and have practiced it, but there's really been no progress. It's because it wasn't meant to progress you. It was meant to progress the people who sold it to you. What you have to do is practice the principles of wealth building. Here's one of the principles that you have to do. You have to know the cost to play. This is across the board. Everybody I interviewed when I was building the Path to Generational Wealth course, everybody I was interviewing, everybody had 4 primary things, and one of them was know the cost of your investment, know the cost to play. What does that mean? Know the commissions that are being made off of your investment, because that's costing you, that's coming out of your money. Know the tax liability. Know the risk of what you're presenting and the chances of losing it. You need to know the cost to play. Just sitting up and having somebody tell you this is a good move isn't good enough. You need to know, okay, how much is this going to cost me? And all of the major players, I'm talking about people that you think don't think about small dollar amounts, think about small dollar amounts. They know to the penny what every investment is costing them just to get into the investment. And you need to know that. Do you realize that a bunch of people who are working traditional jobs and considered to have good jobs and have been putting away in 401k plans for years can't tell you what the cost of their 401k is with any true accuracy? Do you realize that every year $17 billion on average is taken out of people's 401ks in the U.S. $17 billion out of their 401ks for commissions and fees and the cost of management costs and all this stuff. And it's in all those pages of documents you never look at and read, and you probably need a CPA to understand. This is the things that you have to be aware of. These are the things that you need to focus on. This is why I am so such a big advocate about educating yourselves. Pick up books, read them, Find the people who are winning, watch their videos. Enroll in courses and classes that can teach you, because the more you learn, the more prepared you become. Stop thinking some magic thing is going to happen and fix your problem. Stop thinking there's always going to be somewhere you can go. What you got to understand is there are some major things happening in the global world. There's some major things happening with Russia, China, Brazil, certain countries in Africa. A lot of countries are starting to dump the U.S. dollar. That's big. Why? Because the U.S. dollar has for decades been a universal currency, meaning that you can pretty much go anywhere and spend the dollar. A bunch of places are starting to dump it. You got to understand that it's basically underwritten by debt, and the debt of the U.S. government is starting to reach astronomical. It has already reached astronomical. I think it's something like crazy 30 something three, I mean 30 something trillion. And so this is definitely something that we need to pay attention to, because it could be some major plays. We could have a major market downturn. That's why creating online presence is so powerful, because the internet is everywhere. One of the things I did, and one of the reasons I chose the internet as the way to rebuild my company when it was time to rebuild, because I had took a major hit, is because I can go outside the boundaries of the United States. I can literally set up my company to accept currency in any country, that currency rate. And if I need to convert it back to US dollars, I can, or I can actually convert it to the strongest currency. I can actually use it to buy stock, which is a good way to, or invest in some other appreciating asset, and literally grow wealth that way. But what happens is I knew I needed to buy outside the boundaries. So what I did, I now have clients in the UK. I have clients in Australia. I have clients in Sweden. I have clients in South Africa. I have them in the Caribbean. I have them in Canada. Why? Because I decided to get online so that I could move outside the boundaries of the scope and not be 100% dependent upon the U.S. economy to establish what I want to do with my life and how I want to move and the viability of my family. And these are things that you need to understand. So again, you need to be aware of the cost, but you also need to be learning at a rate that allows you to take moves. One of the things that you're going to have on the front end multiple streams of income. You want those incomes to be passive and automated as possible. Rental properties, stocks, an automated business online. That's why I give you the 7-day online business launch formula. Is because you can literally create it, and with all the tools online, you can create the SEO, you can create the content, you can do all that, and it can be extremely passive. You'll have to monitor, you have to make some changes, but you can really truly get it to a point to where it is moving automated. I get periodic sales from stuff I created a long time ago when I was first building, and it was the stair steps to getting where I was going, but I left it up, and it's evergreen content with evergreen products. And every now and then I get a alert, you got a sale for blah blah blah. I go, man, I forgot that was there. That's the thing about automating. At one time, it was probably one of my primary sources of income, but I had a place I was going, but I knew I needed to get there. This is about getting in the game, where you are in control. This isn't about saying is something wrong with your job. It's about saying you need to be able to trust more than just the job that you have. You need to be creating something, number one, that you own. It's something more than just a pride thing and owning something. It's an ability to manage your future, to control your future, to provide access, to be able to adjust to things based off of what you read and not be at the whim of someone else's choices and decisions that can literally sit up and tell you at any given moment, we are no longer in need of your services. And there's not a whole lot that you can do about it. And so this is what this is about. Know the cost to play the game. If you know the cost to play the game, you got a chance of winning. And if you consistently learn the possibility and the chances of winning go up. This is about preparation. This is about growth. This is about elevating yourself. This is about becoming who you need to become to have what you need. Life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you who you are, who you become. And you can become a great investor. You can become a great business person. And now let me tell you, as a person who invests, as a person who's a business owner, this isn't a life of ease. This isn't some get it right one time and you're good the rest of your life type thing. It's an ongoing process, up and down, ebbs and flows, ins and outs. But the thing is, I wake up every day and I have a chance to make my life better by the choices I make with my business. with my movement, and I have an opportunity to get better. Nobody has to give me permission. Nobody has to say, okay, I'll give you a chance. I go out there and I bust my behind and I make what I can happen each and every day. Some days are unbelievable. Some days are like, man, what just hit me? But what is, every day I wake up and it's a chance to get out there, and it's more opportunities than I have a chance to dabble at. So it's the answer is always there. So even if it's not hitting now, the answer is there, but you got to get in the game. I cannot stress this enough. So if you're watching this and you haven't seen it from the beginning, go back and watch the beginning, because those couple of bars from D1 about how we're being played by the media is so important. And you need to understand, it's not just in our musical lyrics. It's definitely in the musical lyrics, but it's not just in the musical lyrics. It's in the commercials. It's in the movies. It's in the information that they feed you. It's in the stuff that they try to get you to understand. They need you to be a consumer. They need you to buy things that depreciate. They need you to buy more than you can afford. Why? So you can put it on credit. Why? Because that's debt. Why? That's what's back in the US dollar. You got to be smart enough to start investing in things that appreciate and value that whole value that's not connected to a fiat currency, meaning that you can't stop putting dollars in your bank account. And this has gotten me in trouble sometimes, but stop putting dollars in your, why? Because those dollars are depreciating at an unbelievable value. Number one, there's nothing backing those dollars. They are literally promissory notes of things of value. The problem is they're backed by debt. And when you put it into even an interest bearing savings account, that savings account interest rate isn't probably going to grow your money at the rate that inflation is growing. In other words, inflation is depreciating the value of the currency. People who hid money under their mattress 50 years ago can't buy what they could have bought 50 years ago with that. That means that the value of the money depreciated. But if they would have put it in an interest bearing account that grew at a rate faster than the inflation rate, they actually have more money now than they had when they first start putting it under the mattress. These are the things that you need to understand. These are the things that are going to help you win and grow. But you've got to be willing to invest in yourself. I did not put the link in here for the Path to Generational Wealth course because I just wanted you to focus on getting in $97 for a $600 course, $3,200 worth of bonuses. It ends today. Get it. And then I'll give you all the information you need on how you can get into that Path to Generational Wealth course, which has the A to Z. But I just want you to get a hold of your ability to create revenue outside of what you have. So there's the link in the description box. Click it. Again, I'm going to say this one more time, $97 for a $607 course. $3,200 in bonuses. One of those bonuses includes working with me in a follow-up session. That's $500 in and of itself. But you get all this. You get a $600, the $600 Mind Unleashed course, free. So again, it's a lot of stuff in there that you're going to get for this $97, but it ends today. And I mean at 11:59 tonight, it shuts down. So this is your chance to jump on it. This is your chance to win. And the thing is, I'm going to be actively engaged in anybody who enrolls in these courses because I want to see you win. So you will be personally hearing from me. You will deal directly with the support team, but you will also be hearing from me. So I really and truly am looking forward to it. I hope you take advantage of it. On that note, I'm out of here because I need to get ready for a client. So you guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. I'm out.